Thanks again for visiting BizTexter, and here's a new video on what to do after you've imported your contacts, some tips and tricks on sending campaigns. So let's assume you watched the previous video. So you have Smart Rotator selected. Now if you click this and something pops up that says you need to email us, go ahead and follow through with that because we have to turn it on manually in the background. And what that does is rotates through all your phone numbers so you don't have to specify a from phone number that you're sending from. Go ahead and pick your group. In the last video we created that test import, but you could select any group if you've already created it. It doesn't have to be that particular one. And some tips on writing your message. So let's say you copied and pasted from somewhere. You're going to want to right click and paste as plain text. So let's go ahead and copy something so we have something in the clipboard. And paste as and match style. So basically it takes all the formatting out. So when you paste that, it doesn't have special characters in it, because if you do have special characters, it can screw things up, because telecom carriers, they don't like certain things that are not GSM characters and some other technical stuff. But if you ever have a problem, and we're giving you a warning saying, there's a problem with what you put in here, just take what you have, Control X to, cut it, open a new tab, just paste it in a browser. And Google actually strips all that out for you. So then you can just copy this back, go back to the system, and paste it back in. So if you had any kind of weird thing like down here where it says, you have a GSM character, so it's splitting it into too many texts, that's where that problem can come up. Now I'm going to show you something real quick that's important. So if you go over 160 characters, see how it turned red? It's telling you that this is going to split it into two texts. Now this is important because each text uses 3 outbound credits. So you don't want to go over this. It's really smart to stay under the 160. Saves you a ton of money. Otherwise it splits it up. You can make these as long as you want, and if their carrier, the person you're sending to, knows how to recombine them, which a lot of them do, they'll do that automatically for you. Otherwise they'll say, 1 of 1, or 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. It splits it up. Just follow our advice. Stay under the 160 characters, and save money and time and hassle. So some of the things that are important for what you type in here is, if you say something like earn 10K monthly with no work at all, get rich quick. Obviously you're not going to say something like this, but if you did say anything similar to this, carriers might block you, right? So they're looking for what they consider to be spam. So it's not a good idea to send something out that says that on your very first text message to the people, especially if you add something like go to link and you put in www.myprogram.com, and you send out an actual URL in your very first text message to those people. You're going to set off all types of red flags and concerns. And so the best thing to do on your very first initial text, especially good if you have the person's first name in your contacts, and you can verify that by going to contacts, and let's go to that one we created, test import. If you have first name right here in your data, then you can use this really cool feature, which is like, hey, I am hey, and then let's say name, first name. You can use that little thing, and it will replace the first name with the person's actual name. And so the biggest mistake people make when texting their list, especially a new list or a list that hasn't been warmed up on those phone numbers yet, is they send some solicitation on the very first text. And that's kind of like demanding a kiss on your first date before you even say hello and introduce yourself. So this is a cool little way to just kind of break the ice. So you say, hey, first name. Now they're going to respond either with, "Who are you? Why are you texting me?" or "That's not me," right? "I don't know this person." You're going to get some type of response, and that's all you really care about, to warm up the number, because once they've responded, the carriers basically put you on a whitelist and allow your messages to they assume that that consumer wants to receive messages from your phone number, and it allows you to send much bigger volume in the future, and there's a ton of other benefits. Just take our word for it. Warm up your list before you actually try to send them a link or some type of solicitation. Now, what if they say, "Who is this?" Are you going to have to manually respond to thousands of people who ask that question? The answer is no. So the first thing you do is you go to auto replies, and that's going to be in our next video. But the basics are, you definitely want the who responder turned on. So somebody asks, "Who is this?" You give them an automatic response, and that way they don't distrust your particular message. And stay tuned for the next video that's going to go into in-depth on how to create all these automatic responders and conversation systems using our artificial intelligence. And you're really going to enjoy that, because that's the first step to gaining your list trust, and ultimately clicking your link or calling in or joining your webinar, or whatever it is that you're trying to get them to do. Turning these on is going to get you that return on investment you want. There's a couple other cool things that happen after that, but you're going to have to stay tuned for that video. So join me again in the auto replies, auto responders video that's coming up next. Thank you so much, and have a great day.